The Queen herself there. Good morning and welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. We continue with our theme of music, Back to Soul 3. It's an event featuring Kezzy Huggins and Opal Morel. We have them both here to tell us all about this very, very exciting initiative. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, let's start with you, Miss Huggins. You are from South Trinidad. That's a beautiful start. The
Yes.
South people are the best. And you began singing at the tender age of 4.
Yes.
At 4 years old, you began
4
singing.
years old.
Tell us about that journey from 4 years old to where you are today.
So at 4, my basic inspiration was the movie Bodyguard with Whitney Houston. When I heard this song, I Will Always Love You, for the first time, that is what inspired me initially, that I wanted to sing as a young girl. And then in primary school stages of my life, I joined choirs, folk and classical, and that is where I would have started my vocal training with Miss Conyat. And after primary school into secondary, the singing took a backseat for a minute. But when I finished secondary school, I joined a choir called the Presentation College Mixed Choir. And there's where I would have met Mrs. Lee Mack and Mr. Peter Lockhart. And they would have groomed me a little more in terms of my vocals, helped me to expand my range. So I'm now able to sing different ranges, low, high, and mid. And my love for music just continued to grow throughout my life, coming from a musical family where my grandfather would have been part of the big band from the South, which is Fontclair Steel Orchestra. And then, of course, Opal and I, we are both part of a band called the Fusion Steel Ensemble, which is also from the Southland, headed by Mr. Darren Shepherd. And he as well has always been a musical father for us, always inspiring us and pushing us to do better and to do more where our music is concerned. Her on the pan and then me on the vocals. So that would have basically inspired this show, us just wanting to explore music on a different range and to just show the world what we can do, show Trinidad what we can do, because there's a lot of talent in Trinidad and Tobago, all sorts of different talent. So that's what we wanted to express and just have something for the Southland, you know, for people to enjoy, more so a mature crowd, because as the name of the show does indicate,
Yes.
Back to Soul. So it's old school music, R&B, soul music, jazz, that kind of thing, classical, stuff that people, mature people would enjoy and come out and have a relaxing time. Yeah.
Sounds very exciting. So, Miss Morel, you're a pianist, very, very talented, I understand. Where did it begin for you?
Well, it began for me. It started with me being a piano player. I began playing piano at the age of 7, and I think that as a Trinidadian, you should be able to play piano because it's our national instrument, and everyone should have that kind of thing to say. We are Trinidadians, and this is our thing because it's our thing, you know. So for me, I learned piano in secondary school and decided to take it to another level. Went to UWI, studied piano there as well, and then from there joined Fusion Steel, where it expanded my knowledge on piano again, and working on ships, performing for
Really?
yeah
So
on
cruise ships?
Yes,
You were
cruise
such-
ships. I work on cruise ships.
Wow, that's
yeah.
exciting. That's
So
always my dream.
It's
though.
actually
Yeah.
really exciting. Yes.
Wow, so you got a chance to meet all these different people.
Yes, and the culture of pan on ships is different to Trinidad. So
I've
it's
heard
like
that,
you see
yes.
different, and they appreciate it, and the way how you see it, like from in Trinidad, is
Yeah.
different from when you're away. When you're away, is like people run you down because they want to be part of it. They want to see how is this thing. It looks so magical to them. It's like something different out of this world. Like a piano player, they're just like they're accustomed to seeing a piano player, but a pianist is like
It's something brand new.
very, very
and
brand new to them.
mind-blowing.
Yeah,
So that impacted you. It made you feel a little bit more proud.
yes, it made me
Yeah.
feel way proud. It made me appreciate the instrument more. It actually like set a whole different mindset in my mind, and what I do, I try to like talk to other pianists and tell them how it is like, and then change their mindset of pan a little bit, because sometimes you always think of it as a bacchanal kind of thing.
Yes, yes.
So I try to change their mindset more and tell them how it is like, and it's just being different and, you know, just to change the mindset and basically enjoying what they do because it's our thing.
So we had a singer on set some time ago, and she mentioned that she also worked on a cruise line, and she learned a lot in terms of, like, let's talk about being punctual. They teach you discipline and that sort of thing, which, you know, our culture, we're always late and that sort of thing. So was it the same for you?
It was the same because they cannot be late for drills, they cannot be late to perform. Everything is very punctual, like very on the go and everything. You know, sometimes when you're in Trinidad, you see you have this person going to be late for like 5 minutes and then they put something in place there. No, they don't do that. They have things backed up for you. So it's like everything must go as planned, and it's already planned in advance. So it's nice.
How many years you worked on that cruise line?
5 years.
5 years. That's
5
wonderful, and it has impacted you richly.
Yes.
Yeah. She's so excited
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
really excited.
That international experience is wonderful. So let's bring it back to you now. What is your vision? And then you mentioned you started as singer at the age of 4. Were your parents particularly pleased about that? Because, you know, parents always like to push the academic side of it.
Yes,
So you have that experience.
my parents definitely pushed more on the academic side. The singing was more of a default to them. They didn't encourage it at first because they saw it more as a hobby.
Yeah.
But as time progressed and they saw how seriously I took it, they began to support me a little more, especially since we started to do the show. And they saw the type of support that we received. They were very, very shocked because they didn't think that, you know, I could have really pulled off something of that scale. So from there, I think, is where the support really magnified a little more than before. So, yeah.
So a lot of the times people say, you know, do something that you enjoy, especially like if it's a job, so you will never even work a day in your life. Has it been that way for you?
Yes, actually, because for me, working on ships, it's like people think that, you know, when you're working.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like another day just enjoying life.
Yeah.
So when I'm on ships, it's like a vacation.
Yes,
And when I'm back home, it's also like a vacation. So it's very, very much like having a vacation a year long. So that's what I enjoy about it most of the time.
You should take her on a cruise and let her
Yes.
perform. And
I told her
She
already.
has been begging me.
yes,
Yes,
amazing.
she has
It
been.
was an amazing experience ever.
Yes.
So let's talk about Fusion Steel Ensemble. How long has it been around?
8 years approximately.
And you all have been with them for 8 years.
Yes.
So from the very start.
Yes.
Let's talk about that journey. Let's talk about challenges.
Well, of course, as she mentioned earlier, steel pan is viewed in this country as something bacchanalish, very loud and, you know, obnoxious in a sort of way, because people just think about how loud it is for panorama kind of thing. But outside of panorama, the steel pan is one of the most versatile and most beautiful instruments. And it's something that we should really be proud of as Trinidadians. Fusion Steel is a band that would feature a mixture of steel pan and vocals. So Mr. Darren Shepherd, his vision really has always put forward that in such a way where people really do enjoy the steel pan and the beauty of the instrument together with vocals. So it's been challenging because we had to work very hard in changing people's mindset toward the steel pan, to view us more as musicians and not just pan players.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of musicians out there who play the steel pan and they play it very beautifully.
Yes.
And it's not noisy at all. It's very soothing to the ear. So we have, over the years, I think that has been our biggest challenge. Bringing people to the realization that steel pan is a very beautiful instrument and it's not a noisemaker. It's an instrument that is very beautiful. And the mixing of the vocals just makes it a little more entertaining for people so that it helps them to be able to join in a little more when the entertainment starts. Singing along with lyrics and that kind of thing, yeah.
Wonderful. So let's talk about the concert. Back to Soul 3. When is it and what can we expect?
So Back to Soul 3 is on the 8th of July, Sunday, the 8th of July, 7 till 10 p.m. It is going to be in the Southland because we are from the Southland. Our first show was in Port of Spain, mind you. It was at Kaiso Blues Cafe.
Yes.
Right.
The venue ended up being too small.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yes. So we decided to move it to South, seeing that our support and fan base is in the Southland. And we had it at Creative Arts Center in Monrepo last year, and then this year we moved it to Prime Cut Restaurants and Food Bar. This location is a little more classy. It's very elegant, cozy, very nice environment, and it offers basically what we need, which is food and drink at the venue.
Yeah.
Something that we wouldn't have to worry about. Make sure that our guests are comfortable while they enjoy the music, you know. So, in terms of expectation, it's going to be a very versatile and entertaining show. We have guest performers like Ansel Valley, who would have been a past winner of Digital Rising Star. We also have a young man by the name of Chris Lord. He's an upcoming gospel artist, very talented. His voice is like velvet, very smooth.
Is his music on the radio or anything?
He did release some music. He released an album, actually. I know you can find him on YouTube, but I'm not sure in terms of radio. Maybe stations like 107.1, 98.1. And then we have a saxophonist by the name of Daniel Ryan. He's also part of a small group called Showtime Brass. And he would be featured in the show as well. And we have one other surprise guest. So
Is it positive?
no. But I'm positive that that people are going to enjoy who we have in store, you know. So definitely.
That sounds wonderful. So how do you feel about it? You're probably very excited about this
Yes,
event.
very excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like something new and different to the Southland, because a lot of the times, you know, we go to concerts and stuff in town all the time, and it's something that, you know, we want South people to really be like, you know what, they are from South, we're going to support them.
Yes.
You know, so excited to see the people come on and support us. Yeah.
So challenges as an artist in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, you know, basically the challenge for me is that our culture more or less supports soca without a doubt. As much as I love soca music, it's not something that comes very natural to me. No fault of mine. I grew up around my grandfather, literally playing discs. So I would have been listening to people like Aretha Franklin and Al Green and those kinds of people. Soulful music from a very tender age. And as I said before, Whitney Houston, she was my inspiration to become a singer, to start loving singing in the first place. So it's been a bit challenging because everybody has always been pressuring me into becoming a soca artist, to getting into the business in that, you know. Yeah. But it just never worked out for me. I don't feel it deep down here, you know. But when it comes to soul music, to R&B and jazz, it comes way more natural. I enjoy it more. I feel the music more. I'm able to express myself a lot better, and I'm able to captivate people a lot better as well when I sing that genre of music.
Well, let me hear you sing that genre of music. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'll give you something by Anita Baker.
Okay.
What have you done to me? I can't eat, I cannot sleep, and I'm not the same anymore. So why don't you go? Oh, body and soul, you have no doubts inside and out. We have no love, body and
velvet voice. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And what are your closing comments? Where can we get tickets? What's the cost?
So the cost of the tickets, we have single tickets and couple tickets. Couple simply meaning 2 persons on 1 ticket. Not that you have to be husband and wife. So the single tickets are $125 and the couple tickets are $200. You can access the tickets through me. My number is 329-1618 or Opal Murrell
268-8224.
Or you can visit the venue for tickets as well, Prime Court Restaurant and Food Bar, which is located Gulfview Link Road, San Fernando.
Ladies, thank you so much. You just reminded me of my dream. I always wanted to be a singer on a ship. I think I'm going to pursue that.
You can
do it.
Just link us.
Yes, we will link you.
We will talk. We've been chatting with the very lovely Kezzy Huggins and the most beautiful Opal Murrell. They have such beautiful personalities. Very, very exciting about very exciting people. You give us that vibe. I'm so excited about this.
Maybe you should come to the show.
I'm not going to say that.
We will talk. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Back to Soul 3. You do not want to miss it.